Let us look at this question in page 41. Requirement is to work out the tax liability for Ibrahim for year of assessment 2013. Okay. Now the main thing to discuss here is tax relief. Okay, so they are testing us about tax relief. Alright, now we see what it says. Now Ibrahim is a businessman who manages several businesses. So for the year ended 31st December 2013, so they are giving you business A. So there's gross expenses CA, BA, unabsorbed CA. Then in business B, you're told the gross expenses, the non-deductible one, obviously non-deductible you can't claim. Then you have CA, BC. Now you must remember the sequence is BC you must add first, then you minus the CA. Okay, that's the rule. Alright, now we have unabsorbed business loss. Now you claim unabsorbed business loss after you get your aggregate business statutory income. So just highlight this. Now Ibrahim acquired a new business from his cousin beginning of the year for 50,000. Right, this 50,000 for buying over the business is a capital payment. It does not affect you in the tax cost. Okay, so this is not relevant to us. So this is a capital payment. Alright, now for this business C, which is newly acquired, they let us know that there's an unabsorbed business loss at acquisition. That means when you buy the business at time, there is an unabsorbed loss. But this loss you probably need to know, or probably if you don't know yet, so I'm telling you. Okay. Now the loss of the business, we said before, follow the taxpayer. So now you are buying over the business from your cousin, correct? Ibrahim is buying from the cousin. So you can buy the business, but you can't take his loss. The loss belongs to the cousin. So in that case, this figure does not affect you. Understand not? So you just ignore it. No issue. It does not affect you. But at the same time, there's also an unabsorbed CA, which is also relevant to the cousin. Okay, when you buy the business, you buy new. This is not yours, so all these are irrelevant. Okay, they are not yours. All right, so you just take into account the adjusted income and the CA. All right, now investment income wise, Ibrahim received interest from the bank. Now I've told you all that the bank interest paid to individual is tax exempt, so this is exempted. So to one. Okay. Now interest from giving a loan to friend, yes, this is subject to tax. And this is your rental, which is 4D. Now dividend, to explain in F6, all dividend they're exempt as well, so you do not want this. Alright, donation. Okay, during the year, Ibrahim donated 4,600 ringgit, of which 2,000 are electrical appliances to an approved charity, balance is in cash. Now when you make donation to approved charity, which is 44.6, right, then donation must be in cash. So in that case, 2006 you can deduct, this 2000 you can't deduct. Okay, so there's no deduction for the 2000, they are in kinds. Now in addition, he also donated a medical equipment to an approved healthcare worth 26,000. Right, if it's to healthcare center, you can either donate cash or medical equipment. So in this case, this 26,000 you can get a deduction, but there's a limit, right? How much? maximum 20,000. And he also pays zakat. And zakat, what do you do? Zakat is a form of rebate. Correct or not? Zakat you claim as a rebate. So this is rebate, which is a different thing altogether. Am I right? Okay, now the other details are given. Now these are all details to do with relief. So let's stay a read. Okay, so while going through, I will indicate the amount that you're going to claim. Okay. Now Ibrahim is having two insurance policy purchased many years ago, life insurance and medical insurance. Now life insurance goes together with what? EPF. Okay, life insurance goes together with EPF, and medical policy goes with what? Medical goes with education insurance. There are two different types of insurance, so you don't mix up. Okay, now this is 6,000 maximum, this is 3,000 maximum. So we read first. So now they tell us that the life insurance is 3,004, the medical is 1,060. So this is life, this is medical. He also purchased an education policy for the fourth child at the premium of 2,003. Now the education and medical goes together. So these two things is together. You must combine it later on. Okay? Right. Next. Okay, as a proprietor, that means as owner to his own business, Ibrahim made own contribution to EPF and to private retirement scheme. Now you can contribute for yourself, no problem. Okay, and the relief is also granted. So in this case, the EPF is 3,006. Now this EPF will go together with life insurance, where the amount just now we see is 3,004. That means you reached maximum already. And then the 9,000 fall under private retirement scheme. Private retirement scheme, the maximum is 3,000. Okay. Okay. Ibrahim also taken up a new deferred annuity, insuring both himself and the wife at the premium of 12,000. Now the private retirement scheme and deferred annuity goes together. Agree or not? So that's why in this case, the deferred annuity, it will be together with this maximum 3,000. Anyway, you hit 3,000. Alright, now Ibrahim and Puan Ibnu has 5 children. They are all unmarried, living with him. So the first child is 24-year-old and is studying in a local U, and he spent 2,005 for the child's education. Now how much you spend is not important. So now how much relief that you're going to claim? 6,000. Okay, because of the age plus tertiary education in Malaysia, you get 6,000. Alright, the second child is 22-year-old and is now doing a diploma in Australia. He expended 22,000 for his education, but the child met with an accident on the 3rd March 2013, lost both his hands, and he spent 25,000 on corrective surgery. So first, the child relief for this child is how much? How many thousand? How many thousand? 1,000? 11,000. The child lost both his hands, means the child is already disabled. Okay, so the child is disabled, and now the child is doing tertiary education. The relief is 11,000. Now when the child lost both the hand, the father spent 25,000 on the surgery. So can you claim relief on this surgery? Can or cannot? Can or cannot? Yes or no? The 25,000, do you call this as medical expenses for serious disease? Because if you want to claim for medical, then it must be serious disease. If it's to do with yourself, your spouse, and your children, do you call this a serious disease? Serious or not? Serious. Why serious? 很 serious Is it serious? No, not serious. Lost two hand, not serious. Okay. Now, lost two hand, of course, is serious, but this is disease or not? It's not disease. Disease is sakit. Sakit. Lost hand is cacat. Cacat, sakit, not the same. Okay. So that's why this is not serious disease. So there's no relief here. Okay. No relief because it's not serious disease. Okay, now the third child is 20-year-old and is now doing a diploma in Singapore. So how much is the relief? 1,000, because the course is diploma. You want to claim 6,000, the course must be at which level? Degree. Okay. Now the fourth child is 17-year-old and is studying a CAT course in the local college. The child is suffering heart disease. How much is the relief? Five? 5, 6, 1. We got people say 5, got say 6, got say 1. Which one? 5? Why 5? 为什么5000? Why is it 5,000? 5,000 means you say the child is disabled. The child is suffering heart disease. I just said just now, right? Itu sakit tara sama itu cacat lah. Hello. Sakit is you're sick. Cacat is you disabled. Can you see it not? So this is sick and not disabled. Follow or not? So you cannot claim 5,000. You can just claim either normal relief or the study relief. But you look at the age. 17. So can you claim relief for education? You can't, because that one must be 18-year-old. So this is only 1,000. Now the last child is mentally retarded. How much? 5,000. This is cacat lah. Okay, mentally retarded. Okay, during the year, Ibrahim made 7,000 savings into NESS deposit for the fourth child before taking into account the withdrawal of 2,000. So you put in 7, you take 2,000. That means how much do you claim? You claim 5. You claim the net amount. Okay. Now Ibrahim purchased a new personal computer for the fourth child worth 3,002 on 1st July 2013. Now previously he purchased a personal computer in 2012 at a cost of 2,000 where he claimed tax relief. Puan Ibnu is a housewife whom does not generate any income. Okay, so this computer, can you claim relief? No. Why? Because once every 3 years only. So there's no more relief. And the wife has no income, meaning you're going to claim wife relief. When spouse has no total income, you're going to claim wife relief. Now in addition to his 5 children above, no problem, Ibrahim also spent 5,000 ringgit maintaining a disabled child from his previous marriage. Now this child is 29-year-old whom has just got married on 17 July 2013. Now the ex-wife Fatima is also maintaining this child. Ibrahim also paid Fatima alimony amounting to 9,000 throughout the year. Ibrahim also paid Fatima a medical insurance at a premium of 1,000. Okay. Now, so this is another child. Can Ibrahim claim relief on this child? Yes or no? No. Why? He got married. So cannot claim. Can. He can claim. You can still claim when you marry in that year, because at any time of the year, you are not married, correct or not? So even though you got married on 2013, you still can claim in 2013. Okay? Yes. 2013 you can. 2014 only you cannot. Correct or not? Okay, now you're able to claim relief for this child. Okay? Now how much is the relief that you can claim for the child? Now first of all, how much is the relief for this child? The child is 29 and is disabled, so the relief is 5,000, right? If you look at the rule for the relief, it should be 5,000 being a disabled child. Correct, not? Now, but they mention that the wife is also maintaining the child, the ex-wife. Fatima is the ex-wife. So if the ex-wife is also maintaining the child, what does it mean? That means they will have a dual claim. That means the father will be claiming, the mother will also be claiming. So when you have a case where these two persons already divorced already, and now they're going to have a dual claim. So what do you do with the relief? Share 50-50. Okay? So the relief will be shared half-half. That's for the child. That's for the child. Now Ibrahim is still paying. Sorry, before that, Ibrahim paid Fatima alimony. Can claim alimony? Can claim? Yes or no? Yes, can or not? Cannot, right? Because when you claim wife relief, you cannot claim alimony already. Correct? So no more relief because you already claim wife. Okay? You can't claim this relief because you're claiming wife relief. And will there be a relief for the medical insurance that Ibrahim paid for Fatima? Can you claim or not? This medical insurance? Medical insurance, yes or no? Now medical insurance, you can only claim if it's insuring who? Your spouse, child, some more? Yourself. Yourself, spouse and the children. Now who is Fatima now? Fatima is an outsider. Yes, you're not, okay, you're not spouse anymore. You're ex-wife only. So in this case, there's no relief because she is no longer the wife to Ibrahim. Now Ibrahim and Ibnu undertaken medical examination. So they go for a medical checkup and the cost is 400 ringgit each. So how much that you be claiming? Maximum 500, right? 400 each one. That means you spend 800, okay? Now Ibrahim spent 280 ringgit to buy badminton rackets, 250 on a pair of sports shoes. So which one can you claim? 280, yes, sports equipment. Shoes are not equipment, so you won't get relief here, okay? Now he also spent 32,000 to pursue master's degree in music. Can claim or not? Do I need to look at the course now? Don't need. If it's master's level, you claim. No course is required. Maximum 5,000. And he also paid 1,002 for his broadband. Can you claim this? Yes or no? No. 1,002 for broadband is YA 2012 is your last year. This is 2013, so there's no more relief in this case. Alright? Now he spent 1,002 on reading materials, 300 related to newspaper. So you only claim 900 because newspapers are not acceptable as reading material. Now Ibnu's mother was admitted to hospital due to gangrene and had both her legs amputated. The hospital bill is 3,000 ringgit and is settled by Ibnu. She also spent 1,120 to buy a wheelchair for the mother. Now this medical treatment given in Malaysia. So first of all, the medical bill for the mother. Can you claim or not? The 3,000 ringgit that the wife paid for her mother. Can Ibrahim claim? Yes or no? No. There are two things that you spend, you claim. You cannot take other people's expenditure. Which two? One is this one. Medical expenses for parents. One more is your own study. You see not? These are the two things you cannot combine. Okay? So that's why this one, no relief. Okay? You can only claim this under Puan Ibnu herself. If she is having an income to pay tax, then she can pay. Now how about the 1,120? What is this? Buying the wheelchair is what? Supporting equipment. Now she is buying for her mother, which is qualifying, right? Correct or not? Wheelchair you can be buying for who? Yourself, your spouse, your parent, children. Correct or not? So parent is here. Right? Now the question is, can the husband claim? Can the husband claim? Can you add or not? Can. Okay? this will be deemed incurred by Ibrahim. Now, why deemed incurred by Ibrahim? Because we say that the moment you go for combined assessment. Now, but then in this case, is it combined assessment? Now, you don't call it combined assessment, but the effect is combined because the wife does not have income. So when the wife does not have income, the effect is you are like combining. So in that case, this amount that the wife incur, the husband will pay. Follow, okay? Now that is a kind of questions that is relief based. So you will expect that in your personal tax question that you will have this kind of thing, okay? But not so much, okay? But you're gonna get this kind of thing. So you must be very careful to be sure can or cannot claim, okay? Now we do the answer. Tax com for Ibrahim. Right. So friend, again, remember we begin tax com with section 4A. Now you have three businesses over here. So business A. Now figures now are still very straightforward. Okay, so we are still at the beginning of the course. So we give you straight the number. The gross is 91,280. The deductible expenses is 30,280. So gross minus deductible expenses. What do you call that? What's the name? Adjusted. Okay, very good. Right, that's my adjusted income. Alright, now you see from adjusted, schedule 3 comes in. Remember the sequence, the balancing all go first. Charge, then allowance. So in this case, we have balancing allowance, which is 2001, and then you have unabsorbed capital allowance brought forward, which is 5,000. Then you have your current year capital allowance, 10,080. Now you have sufficient adjusted income to absorb the CA. So your CA absorbed would be 17,180. So again, class, after adjusted minus allowance, what do you call that? What's the name? Statutory. Okay, so please remember all these. It's very important in the exam. Okay, so 43,820. Right, that's your statutory income. Now, so you just repeat for the next business B and then business C. Alright, so for business B, okay, my gross is 72. Now deductible expenses is 82. So 72 minus 82, what do you get? Adjusted income, which is 0. So you just put a nil. But as I said that you can't just leave nil and then go on. You must tell what happened to the figure. So what happened to the 10,000? What is that? That's a current year business loss. You have to indicate somewhere in the answer that this 10,000 is a loss. Alright, now even though it's a loss, you still need to go on. In fact, now you see there's a balancing charge. So we have a balancing charge, which is 8,003. And we have capital allowance that is 19,005. Now with no adjusted income, you should be quite clear that you have no income to absorb the allowance. So the CA absorbed would be nil. You can't absorb any. So what will happen to the balance, which is 11,200? So again, you must indicate what happened to this figure. It become an unabsorbed capital allowance carry forward. Okay, you bring this figure to the next year. Right, that's my business B. And my third business, now this is straightforward. They already given you, I forgot to write down the statutory, sorry. The statutory income is nil. Okay, the business C already given that the adjusted income, which is 20,600, and also given the CA 12,005. As we say, the unabsorbed CA and loss is nothing to do with you. These are not yours. Okay, they belong to the previous owner, not yours. You don't take them. Okay. Okay. So I have 8,001. That's my statutory income. Right, guys. So once you finish off the business SI, then you're gonna add all the SI together. And what do you call them? They are the aggregate of all the business SI, which is 51,920. And why do you need this aggregate business SI? The purpose is to minus, yes, unabsorbed business loss brought forward. Do you have any? Yes. How much? 11,220. That's the only one. That's the only one. The unabsorbed business loss, 11,220. So 40,700. Okay, so far we finished off the business. So you're going to move on to the investment source. So the first one we're going to have here is, now we have interest, we have rental, and we have dividend. So again, you've got to follow sequence of section 4, right? So you're going to have section 4C. Am I right? Okay, now, so dividend, so like before, just put a nil, okay? Now we have interest coming from fixed deposit, account, which is tax exempt, just put a nil. And interest from loan given out, which is chargeable to tax, 15,000. Then 4D, your rental, now is given statutory income 78. Okay, so these two figure with the business SI just now, 40,700, 133,700 plus, what do you call this? What's the name? All the SI combined is called as what? Aggregate income. Okay, please don't label wrongly. You're going to lose mark in the exam, alright? And after aggregate income, what do you claim? You follow the sequence. The first thing is current year business loss. So current year business loss. You have any? Just now we mentioned that there's a 10,000 business loss. Yes. Okay, after loss, then you claim donation, and there are 3 donations over here. Okay, the first donation is approved cash donation to charity. What's the rule? Any restriction? How many percent? 7, because this is what? Why 7? Because it's individual. No, it's wrong. You said the wrong thing again. Because it's huh? Yes, because it's other than the company. I don't say it's individual, okay? Because company is 10. Other than company is 7. So the reason is because this is not a company. So maximum is 7% of 133,700. So you do a check. Exceed 9359. It's not exceeding, right? So the amount is 26. Now just indicate that the donation in kinds is not an approved donation. So I just put in and then just put a nil there. Then the medical equipment donated to healthcare center, maximum is 20. Alright, so aggregate minus all this 100. What do you call this? After aggregate, the next figure is called what? What's the name? Total. Okay, yes, good, thank you. Total income. So please remember correctly, gross, adjusted, statutory, aggregate, total. Okay, that's how you call it. Now from total, you're going to claim relief. So this is where we dump in one by one all the figure that we discussed. Now the first relief that we're going to have is your personal deduction. So I just put in self 9,000. Okay, now it's a lot. If I missed anything, just tell me, okay, so that we don't make a mistake. Now the first one we have is life insurance and EPF. Now relief so far in the exam is only given half mark. Okay, there are certain relief given 1 mark. That are those that you need more knowledge. Like maybe relief that you must decide get or you don't get. You might be given 1 mark. If not, usually half mark is given. So that's why most of the time for relief, we also won't show detailed working. That means you will not be putting down life insurance 3,004 plus, and then EPF 3,006, then restricted to 6,000. Now we don't have time to do all that, you know. So that's why you look at the figure. You know that if the figure has exceeded the limit, you just have to show maximum, then 6,000. That's it. It's that simple. Show maximum 6,000. Of course, the amount is not maximum, then you don't show max 6,000. Okay. Now, so that's to do with life insurance and EPF. Now we have medical and educational insurance. Again, the 2 figure combined is already maximum 3,000. Then my deferred annuity and PRS, I just write like that, private retirement scheme, maximum 3,000. Okay, now we look at child relief. Now in the exam, if the question indicate the name of the child, let's say they tell you first child is called Kamaru, second child is called Kamsia, then you put down the name, please. Okay, put down the name. So you must put down the name. Because if you don't put down the name, this is what happened in the exam. The question mentioned a few children. Then the student just put child relief, total all the figure, and put as one lump sum. Now you put as one lump sum, we don't know which one is which, and we don't know whether you know or you don't know. Then like that we can't mark you right, is it not? So you must indicate which is which. Remember, please, you must indicate. So in this case, they mentioned by year. So I follow the year or I follow the sequence. So the first child is 6,000. Okay, the second child is 11. The third child is 1. The fourth child is 1. The fifth child is 5. Okay, so with Ibrahim had 5 children. Now I bring the last child again. Okay, so the child with Fatima. Okay, the child with Fatima. Now for this child, the relief would be 5,000. Then you take half. So 2,005. Okay, right, done. Okay, the National Education Savings Scheme. We are taking the net deposit. So 7 minus 2. Maximum is 6,000. So you can claim all the 5. Alright. Okay, so after the NESS, they mentioned to you about personal computer. Now this personal computer will not qualify relief because you claimed them just a year ago. Now the wife has no total income, so you're gonna get wife relief 3,000. So nothing to do with alimony, as you already claimed relief for wife, so there's no more relief for alimony. Okay. Medical examination. Now there's no medical expenses for serious disease, so you just claim this alone, maximum 500. Then your sports equipment, 280. Your master in music fee, the course fee, 5,000. Books, the reading material, 900. Okay, the medical expenses for Ibnu's mother will not qualify. The cost of supporting equipment, now this is deemed incurred by Ibrahim, 1120. So far have I missed any relief? No, right? Did I? So if no, then I cast the total. Alright, so the chargeable income would be. Not sure if I got this right. 37.8 有吗？对吗？有按高铁啊？对吗？啊，38，准38，他算到4800哦，38800。37800 40800 wow, excellent. How much? Anyone? Yeah. 37700 wow, we are all different. How come? Today we are not consistent. Our hearts are not together. 37800 So I'm correct. Okay, so the last step, we're going to work out the tax. Now I got no space, so I just do here a small space this side. I just calculate the tax. Alright, now on the first 35,000, how much would the tax be? 1,002, I think. Page tax rate is page 35, 1,002, yes. And the next 2008, you'll be paying tax at 11%. So 308. Right, that's the tax payable. Any rebate for Ibrahim? 800? 800? Why? He and the wife, so you get 800. What's the condition to get the rebate in the first place? Huh? Not less than 35,000. Less than 35,000 is very wrong. Not exceeding 35,000. Not less than is not exceeding. What is not exceeding? What is not exceeding? What? What? Yes, chargeable income not exceeding. How much is the chargeable income? 37. Exceeded already. So the 800 is not given. If this is 35, let's say I change the figure at 35, then yes, you will get a rebate 800. 400 plus another 400 because you claim Y relief, but not in this case. So this case, the rebate that you claim is because of zakat. That's all only. How much is the zakat? Just now we read the question. 720. Okay, so net tax payable. Alright, that's the answer.